Welcome back, future OTs. Thank you for joining me on this video. Thank you for joining me in this video, for this video. Thank you for joining me for this video. So this is going to be another kind of weekly wrap up of the things I've learnt this week. I didn't get time to do one last week, so it's kind of going to be a video about last week and this week, so week 3, week 4 kind of reflection-y video. So let's jump right into it. Alright, well, I guess I'll just start with the things that I've been kind of doing over this weekend. So it's Sunday right now. I've been doing some report writing, some session planning for a group session on Monday, and I've also been doing some reading about narrative therapy and the kind of use of therapeutic documents. So I hope as I kind of build that knowledge base for myself that I'll be able to kind of share with you my understanding about it. So far it's really interesting, the ability to use different forms of communication such as like emails or cards or letters or something to kind of almost bridge the gap of communication between direct contact with clients or patients or consumers. So yeah, I'm really interested into learning more about narrative therapy and how OTs can use that in practice as well. So this week I actually got to use some of my editing skills with some videos that we were filming. We were kind of filming educational videos around some of the activities we might do in group sessions. That was kind of a nice collision of my interest in like video making, video editing and OT. It did come with some strange moments.
Now we could tap on past it. How you going?
Yeah, till 12.
You're right.
Also this week, I completely forgot how to make a paper airplane. I don't know why, when we did it in session and then when we tried to film the video, I couldn't remember what's the first step. Just that whole memory, and like we made them all the time through primary school, so that was kind of funny and frustrating for other people.
Just remember, I'm supposed to make paper airplanes.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start.
It's probably good. Oh, no, then I have to make the crap. How do you do a paper airplane?
Oh god. Come on, you know how to do this.
Every time I do it, it looks wrong.
No, I'll do it.
Alright, I'm just doing a random fold.
Yeah, no.
You can unfold it if you want.
Holy that is wrong. Okay.
When I went to do it, I was like, no, this looks wrong.
But something else that I've been enjoying the past few weeks is, as part of the group session structure we usually follow, we look for a video to show that might show someone a story or it's occupation based, and we use this video to kind of start a discussion with the group. So that's definitely part of the session planning that I enjoy, because I do have such an interest in YouTube, and you know, I come with, I guess, a different perspective and know different types of videos I can find. So I'm looking at the moment, showing a video on Monday that's a day in the life of an author. I think it's Rachel Hollis. I'll put it on the screen. But I've really enjoyed kind of being able to put a different lens on when looking at videos or watching videos. So, could this be a video I could show in, group? Would I be able to use this video to elicit different questions I'm wanting to discuss with the group? Just a different way of viewing the videos that I've been consuming for years, and actually putting on my OT hat and seeing if could this actually be used in a session. I know in my last video, I think it was week 2 reflections, I was kind of about clinical reasoning and just feeling a little bit lost. And I remember then coming in on Monday, and having a conversation with my educator and, saying, look, I've done this and there's still something, that's just not making sense. And I think in the moment I was saying it, I realized that, I think I'm just overthinking this whole thing. Like, I'm kind of there But I'm thinking, yeah, I think it's just come down to that I've been overthinking it a lot. You know, I've gathered all the information, I've done all this, I have all I need in front of me. And when I refer to clinical reasoning in my current setting, or within my context at the moment, I'm referring to kind of what's really going on for this person. What are the main points from their case? You know, I've gathered all this information. Is it talking to other people? Is it doing assessments with them, informal conversations with them, reading their notes, like their medical notes, years and years of that? From all of this information gathering, what are the main points? What do I think from my perspective is really going on for this person? You know, and sometimes those things kind of stand out and they're kind of obvious, and sometimes really the team doesn't know what's going on for someone, so it really might take a little bit more discussion and critical thinking. But I think for where I was in last week's video, I was just totally overthinking it. I think I was kind of on the right track, and I was just going, no, there must be more to this. It can't be just this. There has to be, I must be missing something. This just doesn't seem right. Or so yeah, I think I definitely was just overthinking it. And I already had the main points, you know, that what we use, like the main points of the case. I already had that. I'd already talked about that, but I felt like, is just it? You know, the main things contributing to where they are now. How did they get here? Why does this keep happening? Or why is this the first time it's happened? Those main points. And yeah, I think I was, yeah, just going on and on and on in my head, going, no, there has to be more, there has to be more. It can't just be this. It's not this easy. Not that it was easy, but no. I guess self-doubt. So maybe, yeah, might have just been self-doubt. And I think because this is really for me the first time, like we have done and learnt, you know, about mental health, like in courses and things, but this has been my first, you know, practical experience within the mental health field with, like, you know, real people, real cases, not just like case studies. And so, you know, I don't know necessarily at first. So at first it's not necessarily going to be super easy, you know, getting the hang of clinical reasoning. And we talk about this, you know, almost daily, that a lot of the skills, whether that's just being able to, you know, keep a discussion going and, you know, knowing which bits to kind of go deeper in when someone says something or when to move on, all those kind of skills, that kind of intuition about knowing where to take conversations, as well as clinical reasoning, working individually with consumers or clients. Part of getting that right is going to be experience and just doing things a lot of times and seeing a lot of different cases and working with a lot of different people with different complex needs. It's not something you can just read in a textbook and then go and apply it. We feel like we more so can do that in maybe like rehab settings or, you know, in just another setting, but especially in mental health, it's really, each person is its own unique case, and it's going to have its own unique OT intervention or treatment or assessment or main points. So I think it's just kind of accepting that I'm not going to be able to get it perfect necessarily straight off the bat, or even if I do once, it doesn't mean that the next one is going to be, you know, that easy or that difficult. It's really just case by case and kind of, you know, accepting that and dealing with that. I feel like I'm definitely going into my next case a little bit more, I don't know, not like relaxed, but that's a good question. How am I approaching my next case? I don't know. Maybe I'll check in with you on that next week, you know, because I definitely think this experience early on has definitely was a positive experience. You know, I realized it. I now acknowledge that I was, you know, overthinking it, and that, you know, I can take a little bit of a step back. It's all right. It's a learning process. Yeah, so maybe that'll be something to reflect on, see if I can see any differences into how I approach my next case. Something that I was really excited for this week was we were able to be a part of a kind of multidisciplinary tutorial case study exercise thing. I don't know, I was just really excited about it. The idea of, you know, really I don't know. I was just really jazzed about it. I don't know why, maybe that's a little sad, but I was so excited about it. But just the idea of kind of coming together with other students from other disciplines, and, you know, the idea of representing OT, and but also getting to know and understanding the roles of other disciplines, and, you know, what they're a specialist in and what their kind of, you know, passions are from their perspective, you know, like pharmacy or imaging or radiation therapy, or just all like different, completely different allied health, you know, specialties, and working together on the same case study. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. And I think going into it I was kind of worried that if we got a case that was, you know, really rehab based, for me personally, this last year my focus has been mainly pediatrics and mental health, and so of course we did a lot of like rehab stuff over the past, you know, 3 years of my course within like class and lessons and lectures, but my big placements haven't necessarily been within the rehab type setting. So I kind of was worried, you know, oh, you know, if I'm the only OT in my group and it's a rehab setting, then they're all gonna look at me and like, oh, what should we do? And I was kind of just worried I was going to blank and not remember anything and be like, if only this was a child, maybe I could help. Or only if this was mental health, maybe I could. But it was totally fine. We read the case study, and, you know, I heard the different conditions and things just kind of clicked. Oh, Parkinson's, oh, we can do this, or we can do this, or I remember this, or, you know, they have bowel cancer, oh, this, or mobility, cognitive testing. It was kind of, I don't know, it was just nice to have all that information just pop into my head and be like, wait, I do know this. I kind of do know this. It's all good. I don't need anyone's help. It's just kind of exciting, like, wait, oh, I have learnt things over these past 3 years, 3.5 years, I guess now. I do remember things. I can contribute to this. It's like, oh, okay. I might be okay. It's all good. But I think that's also the benefit of doing case studies with other students, because I think we still have that inquisitive nature, and, you know, we're excited about our professions, but we're also, we're not at the stage where, you know, we know it all. You don't know, like if someone disagrees with you, it's like you're completely wrong. Like I feel like we're still at a stage where we're willing to listen to others and take on others' advice, because we know we're not experts yet, haven't even graduated yet, so we're still holding on to that kind of innocence, and that we come with some knowledge, but if your piece of information differs with mine, well, let's talk about it, let's figure it out. We're not so stuck in our ways that it's my way or no way. We still hold up, we're still capable of sharing ideas and collaborating, and it's what I really enjoyed about, you know, us getting to know each other's professions. But, oh, we learn about this in this way. What do you guys learn about in this? Or, you know, I'm not really sure about what atrial fibrillation is. I remember, you know, it's something to do with the heart, and then they're kind of having to remember what they learned and explain it to us. I don't know. It was just a really nice collaborative experience. Yeah, I felt like maybe if I'd been part of, you know, a case study, you know, practice session with, you know, professionals, like graduated people, I might feel like more pressure. But I felt like we were all on the same page, all on the same level when we're all students. You know, we're still learning, and I don't know, did any of that make any sense? I had a good time and I enjoyed it. That's the reflection. So that's kind of been the past 2 weeks, you know, sessions, report writing, learning some new ways, like narrative therapy, using therapeutic documents, really getting to the swing of things and feeling more comfortable and relaxed within the setting. It's been 4 weeks, so like a month, and I've been really enjoying it so far. Actually, I think another reflection that I've had is my 2 interest areas at the moment are like pediatrics and mental health, and, you know, ultimately I was thinking, you know, child and youth mental health is kind of the field that, like, I'm most interested in. And I think having this experience now where I'm, you know, working with adults within mental health, it's kind of highlighted to me that I really enjoy this too. And it's not that I was thinking, oh, I just don't want to work, I specifically don't want to work with adults. It was more so that I knew that I felt comfortable and worked well with, you know, young adults, adolescents and children, so people around my age and under, and I hadn't had a whole lot of experience working with adults, and so maybe it was more uncertainty as to, you know, whether I would be able to get along with them or work well with them, and I've really thoroughly been enjoying my time working with them. So I'm definitely interested in working in the adult mental health field, you know, currently from the past 4 weeks has definitely sparked my interest. So that's good. Adds another client population to my areas of interest, I guess. So how's your week been going? Let me know down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.